What's up, guys? Welcome back to ManCave Collectible Reviews. We have a very special video for you this evening. We've got what we've kind of come to call a time capsule video. So the story here is, if you've not been keeping up with my toy house, I've talked about this previously. I have two large Rubbermaid containers that have been in my attic for 17 years. I'm not going to say that these Rubbermaid containers have not been opened a time or two for something to have been pushed in or thrown in, but I've not looked in these Rubbermaid containers since they went into storage in 2004. So I'm looking forward to doing this opening. And what's really cool about this is I have a special guest with me to do his time capsule unboxing. We've got Oleg from
Mr. Sintastic.
That's it, Mr. Sintastics Nerdy Collecting. Me and him did a collab toy hunt about, what, about two weeks ago?
2 weeks ago, yeah.
So if you haven't checked that out, check it out. We hit up a lot of the toy shops in my area. So if you're familiar with the channel, I'm blessed to have a ton of toy shops in the area here that we hit up quite often. Mr. Sintastic here was very excited to be able to come down. He had a trip that he was on and happened to be coming through this area, and it just worked out that he was able to...
on the way back up, I just hit you up again.
Yeah, he's back again. So we thought it'd be cool to do this together. I do know that a lot of these toys in here are probably things that Mr. Sintastic will find interesting as well. I can slightly remember some of the things that may be in it.
Yeah.
Maybe some Toy Biz stuff, Marvel Toy Biz, which we know
this
both love.
was like a time period that I was like really heavily into collecting too.
Yeah.
It was sort of when I started. It was a few years after I started. I really started collecting in the late 90s, so this was a few years after, but it was like kind of cheaper then.
Yeah.
So it was like, this is kind of the kind of stuff I probably have a lot of. So
Absolutely.
it's something that I'll have sentimental attachment to.
Absolutely. So we're going to both be able to kind of provide a little commentary as we go through a lot of these action figures. And I try to remember back then, I think I kept a lot of stuff on card, so we'll see how much is on card and what's not. But it's just going to be cool. You guys drop comments down below as we go. Let me know what you think of the things that we're pulling out of these boxes. There may be things that we pull out of these boxes that may get edited out of this video. So we'll just have to see as we go. Mr. Sintastics Nerdy Collecting, I'll drop a link in my description to his channel, so go check him out. He's pushing a big milestone right
500.
now. Trying to get to 500. He's a couple subs away.
So come on, guys, push me over. I'd appreciate it.
That's right. Let's push him over. Let's get him there. That's a big milestone on YouTube, be able to hit 500 subs. So we're trying to get him there. Let's go ahead and let's get started with our unboxing.
So we're going to start with mine. Well,
Let's start on this side.
This side.
Yeah.
We'll see how much of this is coming back with me to New York.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
All right. Here comes the cover. Oh, boy.
It's a nice figure.
I don't particularly remember this line.
I don't remember the classics either. I'm wondering if they came after, like, the original Toy Biz, maybe?
Yeah, they definitely came after Toy Biz. Because
So-
Toy Biz was like
Although it probably
90s.
is Toy Biz, right? It is Toy Biz.
Yeah, it's Toy Biz, but
But
it's not the original Toy Biz from like
Yeah.
the early 90s, from like the cartoon.
You can actually kind of tell even in the detail.
Yeah.
It actually has a little more detail than kind of what we're used to. And it has, notice it has ankle articulation, which is not something we typically saw in the
These are cool.
original. I wonder what year. Let's see this one. And it's
I'm going to
some
guess
kind of
99.
batteries. 96.
96.
So
okay.
a little bit after.
Yeah.
Batteries for the flaming sword.
Yeah, because 96,
We can set
I would
these up right here like
96
this.
I would not have been collecting yet. So
You would not have been collecting in
not
96.
like really.
Okay, Bishop 2.
Bishop 2. Dude, I love the back of this.
Oh yeah, the backs are nice.
The backs are really nice.
I don't remember that at all.
I have no recollection of this.
So what we'll do, guys, is we'll kind of, as we're bringing these up, we'll kind of set them out well, if they'll
Oh,
stand.
you have like the entire
We can
line
set
of
'em up.
this. So this is pretty cool. Genesis.
I don't remember him either,
I
but
don't
I
remember.
love that card back.
Yeah.
And look, that's got a Marvel annual 1995 Flair trading card in there.
Yes, and this one too. Havoc.
Havoc.
Kind of curious to see like what these are. These worth
What you're going
anything?
for.
Yeah.
Look at that. There's
Just
the
look
old
at that
Sentinel and the
Blackbird.
Blackbird. These are pretty cool. You can see that on the back of that, guys. These are awesome.
Oh, here's a big one.
I wish I remembered more about these.
They're both kind of.
So one thing I was really worried about, guys, as I was kind of pulling these down, me and my wife had to work together to pull these out of the attic, was yellowing.
Omega Red. They're not really yellowing.
A little bit there on the Caliban.
That's a little bit.
That's really the only
On the
one I've
bottom.
noticed. Yeah, that's the only one I've
But
noticed.
Omega
that had
Red is
yellow.
perfectly fine.
That Omega Red looks awesome.
This is an
oh my
awesome
goodness.
Omega Red. Look at that.
Check this out, guys. You can see that Omega Red there. Oh man, he looks sweet. And what's cool is on the backs of these cards, you can see kind of everything. Every one of these, I guess, have a trading card in there.
Yeah.
So these are awesome here.
I have a feeling that, like, because we have very little recollection of this series, that it might be worth a little something. I could be dead wrong.
Maybe, yeah.
I could be dead wrong.
It'll be interesting to
like,
see.
Because 96 was not like where they were probably producing a lot of these figures.
Right.
Because it was definitely past its prime.
True. That's a pretty cool figure there. Spiral.
Oh, awesome.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, look at
I
that.
do not remember this at all, man. What the heck? That's a cool figure. Look at this, guys. Look at this guy. That's awesome right there. And he's got a trading card in there with him. Ewan to sit.
Oh, this is in really nice condition. You never see the original Toy Biz.
So that is that's the original line. Now this is the line I remember as a kid.
And that's
really collecting
me too.
a lot of.
Me too. I have a ton of these.
Yeah.
But not with the card. This crispy
Card is really nice. Look at the old KB Toy sticker.
Old KB Toy sticker.
Yeah.
Got to get a deal.
Yeah, probably not on this one.
$3.99.
So, let me know in the comments, guys, how many of you guys collected this line? This is the line that was really nostalgic to me. A lot of these, I don't even remember purchasing a lot of these, but obviously I did at some point. This is the line that I can remember my parents, my grandparents taking me to Walmart, picking up this original Toy Biz line.
Here's Captive Sabretooth.
And it's called the Invasion series.
Here is a great one, and this card is phenomenal. Oh wow!
Oh boy!
Look at this!
Oh man! And you know what? I'm glad that we went ahead and did this because this is a figure that I've been following on eBay. I've been wanting to pick up this specific one.
That's
I went and hunted like all the Toy Biz Wolverine figures that were out there.
And this was one of the ones.
And this is one of the ones that's actually in my watch list right now.
This figure, and again, nice. Crispy card.
It's very nice, ain't it? I can't believe. So these things have been in my attic for. None
of them are yellowed except that one a little bit on the bottom.
Yeah, the one on the bottom. Yeah. So really, what happened was these kind of went into storage. I moved in 2004 and put all these in these Rubbermaid containers, and they went into storage. And they were in storage for about 2 years, and then in 2016 they went straight from storage and into the attic of where I currently live. That attic in the summer is probably 120 degrees up there. So it appears as though the Rubbermaid containers really shielded these guys from a lot of the. Because another thing I was concerned about was the glue. The glue in the cardboard just melting, melting the.
And not at all. These are still like.
They're like they were. It ain't much different than probably the day I bought them. No, that's Age of Apocalypse. That's cool right there.
So yeah, this must be a little later.
Yeah. Let's see, what year is that? 1995.
I thought that storyline was later, but okay.
So I wonder if this was the first time we ever got Sabretooth and Wildchild together.
Yeah.
I'm sure it probably was. All right, so we've kind of cleared off our table here. Moving on, some more Age of Apocalypse.
This is a really cool Cyclops.
It is.
Long-haired.
And you know what's cool is we're actually getting ready to get the Marvel Legend version of this guy.
Are we?
Oh yeah, the next AOA line, we're getting the Cyclops. Nice. So we're going to get this exact figure, but obviously in today's.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We're going to get that figure.
You had good taste in toys back then?
I did, man. X-Men was my thing. That's what I love. Oh, that's a good one.
Boy.
Oh, that's a good one.
And
I don't remember that one at all.
Too.
I don't remember that at all.
Storm. It's a really nice one.
So that's kind of like the gray version, right?
Yeah.
Let's see her. Oh yeah, and it's got a power glow, guys. Whatever that is. Press button on Storm's back to activate her power glow chest. So that's pretty neat.
I'm impressed with how these cards have held up.
That's how they've held up.
Like these cards are just gorgeous.
They are. Look at that.
I mean,
there's not a flaw on it.
Not a flaw on it, and like it didn't lose any of its color.
Mm-mm. No fading.
No fading at all.
Got that KB Toys $3.99.
Yeah. What would you give to go back to a KB Toys?
Oh, man.
In 1993.
I would pay double for everything in there just for the experience to walk in. Toys R Us the same way.
Yeah.
I would.
But not like modern Toys R Us the way they had it, like when it closed, but like
more
circa like early 1990s or whatever.
That was not going to stand for us, but what a cool Storm.
Cable Cyborg.
Oh, nice. So this is kind of like a Terminator-looking Cable. It's like half his head's missing, or.
If I had to guess, this next figure has to be worth a good amount of money.
Oh boy. Oh man. You know what? And I just bought the masked version of this figure on eBay. It's out there in my haul. It's going to be featured on a haul video.
So this is the unmasked Deadpool. I gotta imagine
That's
this
cool
one's
right there.
worth a pretty penny.
That one's definitely going to go on a card back. I mean, on a protector.
I was gonna say, please don't pop that open.
Yeah, no, we won't pop him open. What I keep worrying about is that I'm going to find something I've been buying here lately in one of these packages.
Yeah, worst case scenario, you sell it. Another really cool looking figure.
Oh yes,
Like,
one of my favorite. She's actually one of my favorite characters from the '90s. How many guys out there liked Psylocke? You know, when they were kids. You know, I can tell you, she was one of my favorite characters. You know, for one reason or another. Okay, so that was probably the original
Nightcrawler.
Yeah, that was probably the original. And he's got suction cups on his hands and knees.
You might have had this whole set.
Maybe I did. Maybe I did.
It seems like you did.
That card's in perfect condition as well. There you go, guys. I'll kind of hold that one up there for you. Iceman 2 with the extending arms and limbs.
Eric the Red.
What is he? D-list Marvel character.
Honestly, I don't even remember.
They really branched out in these lines, didn't they? Eric the Red. If you know something about Eric the Red, drop it in the comments down below. I don't remember much about old Eric the Red.
It's a cool figure.
Oh, that is a cool figure. I definitely enjoyed the Age of Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Age of Apocalypse was one of my favorite storylines really ever.
Yes.
I'm so excited about the new Marvel Legends wave there for Age of Apocalypse.
Here's a great one. Right.
All right, so we got our table cleared off. Took just a quick intermission there. We did look up the unmasked version of Deadpool. It goes for about $30 there. The toy.
That was surprising. I thought it would be something that's more, but
yeah, I did too.
In a way, that's cool because it's affordable.
It's still affordable. Yeah. In fact, really, guys, the Toy Biz line, I think.
It's
really,
still more or less affordable.
Well, and I think it has nowhere to go but up.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's, you know, if you were to get into something early like this now, before it kind of goes crazy, like we see a lot of vintage toys do.
Especially once the X-Men hit the MCU, like everything is going to go
crazy.
The comics have, they already have.
They already have. And they'll probably go up even more.
Right.
That's a cool figure.
This is a really cool pop.
I can remember specifically having him even as a kid, obviously loose, playing with him in the floor. So I do remember that figure. Hopefully we get a lot of those wrongs that Fox did and make them right for us.
So here's what I want to come back with me home.
Oh, okay.
Look at this.
That is a cool figure.
This is what the original Marvel Legends line?
That is the original Marvel Legends line. Yeah, Spider-Man Classics.
Spider-Man Classics.
Still Toy Biz, but I don't even know if they were calling them Marvel Legends at that time. This may have been just before they started calling them Marvel Legends.
See, I have a bunch of these figures with the comic books.
With the comic books in the
But
back.
this is definitely one that I've always wanted.
Yeah.
We'll talk.
There you go, guys. Little Spider-Man Classics action. That is a really nice looking Spider-Man figure. And got a nice base in there with him. And
the comic book, I mean.
Comic book.
Yeah.
A little bit bent up here. Must have got something sitting on top of it.
It's kind of random, a bendy of Nightcrawler.
Back in those days, people would just get me random stuff because they would know that this is by Just Toys, Bendham. So if you guys have been watching my toy hunt videos, Bendhams are apparently coming back because I've been seeing a Batman Bendham in the NECA section at Walmart. So apparently these are going to make a little bit of a comeback, but we got a Nightcrawler there.
This is a great looking figure. Look at that.
So that's from the X-Men United, which was 2. That was X-Men the second one. Those are some of my favorite movies.
Oh, yeah.
I absolutely adored those movies. I still do to this day.
The first 2 movies are phenomenal.
They are phenomenal.
And
I didn't hate the third one.
I didn't like the third one that much, but I love First Class. Days of Future Past is like one of my all-time favorite
It's pretty good movies. Yeah. It's just the Age of Apocalypse kind of.
It just ruined that whole series.
It did.
Oh, Dark Phoenix.
Yeah.
Which I actually thought was better than Age of Apocalypse.
Probably so. Yeah. Probably so.
But it was too late to save the franchise.
That's in like just got it off the peg condition
it's
there.
In really nice condition. And it's a great likeness.
It is. Considering the time.
Right.
Obviously they do better today than they were doing then.
But this is super cool.
So that is from the original X-Men.
From the original X-Men movie when Wolverine stole Cyclops' bike.
Yeah.
So you always had a really good eye for toys. I gotta say.
I did, even when I was young and dumb.
Yeah.
I still like my toys. And like I said, these were just some of my favorite movies. And it's funny now because I really don't collect any movie figures. Ooh, that's nice.
Wow.
That's a KB Collector's Edition exclusive. I didn't know KB had exclusives.
I don't either. So it's a Wolverine and Silver Samurai 2-pack.
And that's actually Albert, I think is who that is, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Albert. Yeah.
Robot Wolverine Albert, if you guys remember him. I think he maybe even made kind of a recent appearance. And then a bonus still figure of Cyclops, which is kind of neat.
This is cool.
Yeah, that's a cool little 2-pack there.
Yeah. I see something in there that's really cool. I might save it for last
Okay.
from this box.
You're in control, so you can call it. It is. I've seen that.
Wolverine. Like his face.
That's strange. I've
It's
seen this one.
It's a Wolverine, but you guys can check out his face. It's a very odd looking face.
As I've been hunting Wolverine figures, I've seen this one, and this one has not went on my watch list for the apparent reasons.
Obvious reasons.
Yeah, for the obvious reasons.
Domino. This must be one of our first figures.
We actually need that version. We need that version actually in Marvel Legends right now. That's more of kind of along the lines of that X-Force looking Domino. So really cool.
Gambit. One of my favorite characters.
Man, that's a nice looking face sculpt. Look at that.
And look at the cards.
Yeah, that's cool. Maybe he comes off card.
He might come off card and set him up with the cards.
Yeah. Although I do have a buddy out there that Andrew J on Instagram. He can take these types of cards like this and bend those things back, almost like you press a comic book. He can straighten those things out. So I don't know. Maybe that's one that needs to head over to see him.
I've never seen this. I remember this line, and I don't remember ever seeing this figure.
That movie probably never really got its true due.
Well, I mean, it was a standalone.
It
It was not the one that ended up in the MCU.
True. It was the Ed Norton version is what they kind of consider.
I thought actually Eric Bana was...
Man, that's a heavy box too, man. That's a nice piece of plastic in there.
Here's one figure that, of all of them, it's weird that this is the one that got yellowed. It's from the original X-Men movie, Wolverine.
That one looks like it's been through it. It must have been right at the bottom or something.
Was.
Yeah, you can tell it's kind of had its better days.
Yeah.
Very yellowed.
Second to last.
Isn't it odd how it's like you can have 25 figures that are perfectly clear and then
you get that one yellow one.
Yellow one.
It might have been like air gun into like something or
could be. Could even be the type of plastic the factory used or
Magneto talks.
When was that?
1991. Yeah,
Man,
so it was the original series.
So that may be before. That would have been before like the Toy Biz Marvel line, right?
It was around the time
92. When were a lot of these like this right here?
92 or 93.
So this was 93. So that would have even predated the
All right, so this is the last one that I've been holding out for, and I think you're going to be very excited about this.
All right, let's see it. I hope it ain't something I've already bought.
Maybe it is actually. Knowing you, it might be.
Oh yes. I have not bought that yet,
All
but
right,
I did buy Venom on our toy hunt the other day.
I know you did,
but it wasn't this guy. That's awesome. So if you don't know, Venom is one of my favorite characters in all of the comic book movie world universe. Venom is just awesome.
What a great card back.
That is a fantastic card back. He's slightly yellowed. He's got just a little bit of yellow into him.
Slightly. But he was towards the bottom of the box too, so...
It's interesting. I wonder if there's just more heat generated down there. Or...
So you got to start swinging.
I have to wonder. I can't remember because a lot of these figures I was probably buying and picking up in the late 90s and very early, first couple of years of 2000. I wonder if I was paying a lot of these prices that we're seeing on these cards. So this one is like $6.99. So I would say it's highly possible. That may have even been what I actually paid.
I don't know what these are. You're going to have to help me with these.
So that looks like maybe Turok?
And this is like all sticky. I don't know.
Do you remember the game Turok?
Yeah.
So this looks like a Sentinel Dio, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Marvel, so that's probably a Sentinel. And yeah, the heat has affected.
Yeah, it's like sticky. You can tell. Like,
you know how like vintage Star Wars?
It's like almost melting.
Yeah, so yeah, we got just a couple little figures and Dios sitting down in there. This one here's in pretty good condition though. This Turok.
Some Spider-Man 2 playing cards.
Nice. Random stuff.
Yeah, some cards.
Oh, that's awesome right there. Look at that Venom. That Wolverine. They're kind of bent a little bit, but those, I don't know how well those are showing up. And called Marble Metal.
Down here.
Oh, we got a Kobe Bryant basketball card there. That's what I tell you guys. A lot of this I don't know. It's just random stuff. We got a SpongeBob SquarePants yo-yo. So I did love SpongeBob SquarePants.
And here's a couple last random things.
We've got a Julius Peppers Escalade limited edition trading card here. So I was a big Panthers fan, still am. That's kind of who I pull for.
These tiny McFarlane figures.
Is that Dirk and Tracy McGrady?
Correct. Yeah, these are definitely the McFarlanes.
They are?
Yes. They just made like a miniaturized line for them.
I see. I don't even remember those.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I vaguely remember.
Dirk was one of my favorite players in the league. So.
And McGrady was just great back in the day.
McGrady was just amazing.
All right, so that's box one.
All right, guys. So that was box number one. So let me know what you thought of box number one. I thought about breaking this thing up into two separate videos, but we're just gonna knock it all out right here. I can't wait any more time. I got to get this other box open and see what we got inside. So let's go ahead. Here we go. All right, guys. So first off here, we have a katana. And I do remember this now. This is, I had a period of time in my late teen years, early 20s where I like to collect knives and swords. Now, I don't really know why. I think I wanted to be a ninja something. So here is one of those.
Legit sword.
Yeah, that's a serious, like, and this one is too, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, I mean, look at this thing, man. Yeah, I wanted to be Snake Eyes, you know.
This one is really nice. Look at the artistry on this. I mean, wow.
This is crazy. I do remember these now that I'm actually looking at them. Now, I don't know as far as...
This is kind of heavy. I mean, it's, you know...
Look at this one. I think I had a moment where I wanted to be Conan the Barbarian.
Dude, that almost looks like He-Man's sword.
Maybe that's who I wanted to be, was He-Man. This is... Dude, that's legit. Like, this is like, be careful with me handing this to you. And look, I guess whenever I bought it...
It's a protector.
Yeah, but look at... Oh my gosh. This is...
I'm actually, like, just really impressed with the artistry here.
With that?
Look at this.
And this one, too. Look at this one. I mean, look at the hilt and everything on this thing. Maybe I wanted to be He-Man after I figured out I couldn't be a ninja. You know, be very careful with that. And then we have two more.
Yeah, this definitely looks like He-Man.
It is kind of He-Man-ish, isn't it? So, you know, Masterverse, that kind of thing. You know, in the moment, I bought a He-Man sword, apparently. So, and then we also have two smaller, I don't know what you would call these, katanas. Or,
they're not size.
They're not size.
No.
But
it's like knives, but I don't know.
Since you mentioned size, there was a time that I wanted to be Raphael. I don't know, guys. What do y'all think of this? What do y'all think of me as a ninja? You know, drop comments down below. These are actually kind of cool, though, man. These are like legit size.
You could be like a real crime fighter.
Really? I mean, I'm kind of thinking about going into a different line of work at this point.
It's so neat.
You know, it's kind of funny we go from a box full of really cool action figures to weapons.
And not just like, these are, you know,
collection there. I do remember having a time in my life where I did enjoy collecting that type of stuff. So now we'll get back to, you know, what we were looking at earlier. We got some X-Men 2099 here. We've got Skullfire. You remember this guy?
No.
Have any recollection of Skullfire? Some more X-Men 2099.
This is definitely a series I missed.
Mean Streak. Does that ring a bell to you at all? Mean Streak. Shadow Dancer. Now, I don't really recall this guy all that well, but he looks really cool. Shadow Dancer. I wish I knew more about these guys. X-Men 2099, were they part of Age of Apocalypse? Because if you look on the back of this card
they're kind
here,
of together.
Yeah, maybe they were maybe they played some role. All right, man, here's something I am super excited about. This is something I actually bid on the other night on eBay. I did not realize I had one. It is the, I guess, like 12-inch Toy Biz Wolverine Deluxe figure. 10-inch, here it is. 10-inch, fully posable. It's pretty funny that back then we were calling these fully posable.
Fully posable,
they got like, what,
6 points of articulation.
6 points, maybe. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8 maybe. Yeah. 8 points of articulation. They were fully posable. But this was... this is actually a figure that I've been wanting. KB Toys $7.99. I wonder if that's what I actually paid for that figure. So more of these X-Men 29. We got Breakdown and Brimstone Love. If you guys know about X-Men 2099, drop comments down below and let us know what these are. Were these part of Age of Apocalypse? And the reason we say that is because here on the back of the card, it has the Age of Apocalypse line with X-Men 2099 just above it. So
I mean, honestly, they're not great looking figures.
They're not great looking figures, but
yeah.
they've obviously played some role in the Marvel Universe at some point. You know, X-Men 2099, you had Spider-Man 2099.
Right, I remember him, obviously, but yeah.
And the thing is, I apparently like them because here is Junk Pile, and here
That
is
one's kinda cool.
Bloodhawk. He looks pretty cool. He's actually got cloth wings.
Yeah.
That's kind of ahead of its time, right? Look at this. This is kind of interesting too. The boxes.
Oh, they kind of link together.
They actually like link together. They're made almost like a puzzle piece.
Well, that's a Build-A-Figure.
And it says push on head and arms and legs will pop off.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's this guy.
Okay.
I
I
guess
thought
that's
it was like the one. Okay.
This is his gimmick.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let us know what you know about X-Men 2099. Was it kind of something similar to like what we had going on in Spider-Man 2099? Is it just an alternate universe
cool
type of thing? I guess having one Wolverine 10-inch fully posable figure wasn't enough. I got the black, the brown
the variant
version. Yeah, the variant.
Yeah, because he's not on the back.
Yeah, it's true. He's not even on the back of this card. So this is the variant kind of brown and yellow version that we all tend to like this version as well. Mafex is actually doing a version of this one that looks really nice also. We've been talking a lot about the Mafex figure line. Me and Mr. Sintastic both have the Cyborg Superman pre-ordered, which is a phenomenal looking figure if you've not seen that yet.
And the black suit Superman.
And the black suit Superman. Got a little more here. We got Halloween Jack and La Lunatica. La Lunatica. That's the female in the line. La Lunatica. Halloween Jack. I can't tell you anything about these, man. I wish I could expand.
Jack is kind of a cool looking figure.
Here's Metalhead. He's kind of cool looking.
Yeah.
Metalhead is a cool looking figure. This box has had better days here.
Yeah.
So Metalhead. Here's a cool figure.
Oh.
We've got Archangel, who is one of my top 6 probably all-time characters from the Marvel Universe. This one is called Archangel 2. This is from that Invasion series. We saw a lot of them, and most of them were the second. We had Iceman the second. They all kind of had kind of number 2 beside their names. So that's a really cool unmasked version of Warren Worthington there.
Oh yeah.
Look at this Juggernaut. So this is he's got a light up weapon, but man, he looks awesome. That's a cool looking figure. Look at
that. Is a great look.
That's kind of yeah. It's kind of ahead of his time.
Oh, absolutely.
That figure's a little bit ahead of his time there. So. But very cool. So packaging has taken a few bumps and scuffs, but yeah, it's overall it's not in real bad condition.
Yeah.
But looking pretty good.
I almost even want to see this with the helmet on.
Yeah, like take him out of package. Yeah, I like how his arms and everything are so big, and yeah, it's very much a Juggernaut figure. Right. Here we've got a Ultimate Marvel Air Force Collection die-cast. What is this?
Captain America's plane.
Series 1 FA-18C Hornet. So kind of cool. I guess maybe this is something that company did this. Maesto? Oh, Lockheed Martin Corporation. So Marvel apparently did some kind of collab with Lockheed Martin in order to produce that. Here's a pretty cool figure here. We got Green Goblin from the original Spider-Man movie.
And you know what? That could go up because he's going to be returning allegedly
into the new Spider-Verse
movie.
Very true.
Into the live action with Tom Holland.
It's kind of interesting. I'll have him, and so far I'm not seeing a Spider-Man from that original movie.
No.
We've not had a Spider-Man from the original movie yet. So that's kind of a cool pickup there.
Yeah, this is really cool.
But we do have a Spider-Man gumball machine. So there we go. We have a Spider-Man gumball machine from 2004. So this must have been this is probably one of my last purchases before everything got packed up and sent to storage.
Dude, like I just can't get over this figure. Like, look how cool the glider is.
That is actually
like it's like really big. And
it is very detailed,
incredibly detailed.
You know, it's funny, we say it from time to time, that's a little ahead of its time.
Yeah.
You know, for figures that were going on back then. Here we got some more die cast. This was it says Collect All 18. So we've got 4 die-cast figures in here. You know, I'm sure there is a collector market for this type of stuff out there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the Hot Wheels collector market. These are Johnny Lightning. Some of the stuff, guys, if any of you guys have any knowledge of this or know anything about some of these collectibles that are coming through here, let me know. Back then, a lot of times, me or friends or family or whoever at the time, they would just, if it had Marvel on it, it had Marvel characters, they would just buy it for me, you know, and it was cool. It's cool stuff that was for this time period,
right.
You know, so it's any of that one's kind of had some, I guess
it's better days.
Yeah, I think that's kind of one of those where we talked about the heat and the glue didn't mix very well, you know, but still a cool collectible. Now, what is this? Do we know what this is?
I think Batman Beyond, maybe? No.
What is that? Is that a DC Direct figure? And it's got that. It's kind of got that same feel.
That seems sticky.
Yeah. I wonder if all those figures inside, like if you unboxed them, what year is this? It says DC Comics.
You see the Hot Wheel collectors at the Walmarts and everything.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean,
they're serious, man.
Yeah.
They're serious. Yeah, if any of you guys know anything about this Batman figure here, let me know. I don't. It's got wings and I mean, look at this big old thing here. It's got like it does kind of have like a Batman Beyond feel to it. It comes with a nice base, and then this wing pack that I guess his hands would go inside these. But yeah,
it's a great figure.
Yeah, I don't. You know, it has that DC Direct look to it. You know, DC Direct kind of had that type of articulation, and so I don't know if you guys recognize this thing. Let us know what that is. Give me some information on it if you've got it. Alrighty, and then we have
more weapons.
Maybe at this point I wanted to be a pirate. You know, so I don't know. That's yeah, we'll leave that in its sheath. But there we go, guys. That was from a time period that I wanted to be a pirate. That's all I can really say about that. So this is pretty cool. So Kobe Bryant was my favorite basketball player during that time. Sean Kemp kind of was in there as well. But then Sean he went down a bad path and
he did.
Kind of wasn't the same after he left Seattle. But Kobe was one of my favorites. So we got some Mattel Kobe Bryant NBA jams here. Kind of like a little bobblehead is what it looks like here. So yeah, rest in peace, Kobe. What a sad story, but what an awesome player that really left a...
yeah, this was when Mattel got the license after Kenner lost it for the starting lineups.
Gotcha.
They had it for... I want to say Mattel had it for about 2-3 years.
Okay.
And then McFarlane just took over all the sports.
I got you.
Because the starting lineups at this time were the other sports still had Kenner, and just the NBA I remember jumped over to Mattel.
I got you. Kind of neat.
Yeah.
It's Kobe, and here we go, bud. We had to know it was coming. We got the original Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire here. I guess this is probably his first figure.
Yeah,
the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, I would assume. I'm sure there were other figures in the line.
It's a great looking figure, man.
That's a great looking figure, actually. That would look well on a action figure display today.
Absolutely.
And it's got a really nice diorama piece with it there, which you can make him do flips apparently. So a lot of playability.
You could probably, if you popped this open with the Green Goblin, set up some kind of real cool looking like little fight scene between them, because he comes with the glider,
right, and he's got the little trash can flipper do there. Kind of cool.
Yeah,
little vent card.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, if anything, you'll probably open it anyways.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
But look at the detail on like the webbing on his costume. Like you can see like that webbing, like it's raised a little bit.
It's actually sculpted in.
Yeah,
it's sculpted in. Now this is interesting here. So this is a May of 2007 Wizard magazine. I don't know how this got in there. Again, this is something that might have just been thrown down in there at some point.
Sure.
Just, hey, I don't know what to do with it. Let me throw it in this box up here of collectibles. So that's kind of where I say 2004 was the last time I really looked in the box, but there's a chance there could be things like this.
Because this is around 2007.
2007 is when this went in. So, yeah, just a little bit of wizard action there. I think that's when Crossbones shot him coming out of the courthouse right after Civil War.
Oh.
Remember Civil War, the storyline?
Yeah.
And then just some random Spider-Man collectibles here. This is, again, folks in the family and friends would see, Spider-Man, Marvel comic stuff, and, just throw it my way. And, I held on to it. All of it meant something to me at the time. Now, this is really strange. There's an Anakin Skywalker
from Attack of the Clones?
Attack of the Clones Star Wars figure. Literally the only Star Wars thing we've seen in both of these at all. So
2002.
This 2002. You already knew that.
Yeah.
Should have known you would already know that.
Yeah.
We got some die-cast posable action here of a Toy Biz Spider-Man figure.
Actually, this makes sense that it was near the Spider-Man figure because the movies came out 2 weeks apart.
Oh.
Attack of the Clones and the
so that
original
must have
Spider-Man.
been
Yeah.
that must have been how I ended up with it.
Yeah.
All right, we got the Marvel Trivia game. This is actually in a nice little tin container that's not wanting to seal up. I don't think everything's in it correctly, but the tin container looks pretty cool just in and of itself. And it is from 2003. So that might be something cool to break out and play with the friends there. See who's got some trivia knowledge.
See what kind of questions these are.
And then we got a Hero Click starter set. Who knows Hero Clicks? What, you got some trivia for us here?
I looked at the first card with, I read comics. I love all the MCU movies. I didn't know the answer to any of these.
Wow. Let's see what we got.
Now let me ask you.
All right, go ahead. Let's ask.
And see if you know any of these. Well, if I gave this one a thought, I probably would have figured it out. Where did Nightcrawler grow up? The circus. Again, it's one of those things where if you gave it some thought, you could read.
Okay.
What does Morrow use as weapons?
Isn't it like spikes or bones?
Sharp bones, yeah.
Sharp bones.
What does XSE stand for?
XSE.
Xavier Security Enforcers.
Okay.
Who gave the Absorbing Man his power?
I don't know.
Loki.
Really?
Yeah.
I would not have guessed. Did you guys know the answer to any of those trivia questions? Be honest in the comments.
And which villainess was created by Dr. Octopus?
I don't know that either.
Stunner.
I've never heard of her.
Me neither.
Hero Clicks, guys. Any of you guys play Hero Clicks? I actually, for a split second, thought I wanted to play Hero Clicks. Have you ever seen this?
Yeah, I've seen it. But
so back in the
I
day,
never had any.
Back in the day, I thought that I wanted to play, and I actually thought that like the little Hero Clicks were kind of cool for collecting.
Sure.
And I had a handful of them. So I don't know that they hold any value in today's world. I see that they're still out there.
Yeah.
The game is still something that
played.
people play. So I wonder if like a starter set from 2000.
It might be.
Is a starter set from, I don't know when this is from. I would guess probably early 2000s. Is it worth anything, So that is it for our box, guys. So that box was really more centered around me wanting to be a ninja.
Yes.
So anyways.
With the X-Men 2099.
With the X-Men 2099 mixed in. So yeah, what a random box that was. So the first box definitely was more themed. I guess when I packed up, I kind of packed the theme.
I definitely think the highlight of this box was
the Green Goblin.
The Green Goblin, and
Yeah.
the Spider-Man actually, and this Juggernaut.
The Juggernaut's awesome. I want to pull that golf cart so bad.
Yeah.
So guys, let us know in the comments what you think. As always, I love hearing from you guys. It's cool to hear what you guys think of this stuff. Let me know what you think of me. Maybe I was a ninja back in the late 90s, early 2000s. If I was, I couldn't tell you. It would be a secret. We need to know something about this figure. If you guys can give us any info on this figure, that would be greatly appreciative. I have no clue why that's the only loose figure I have. I don't remember how I got it or why I have it. So
it's a great figure.
Oh, it is extremely well painted.
Yeah.
It's got a nice gloss, black gloss paint to it, and then the orange kind of around it, and then the wings. It's just, I don't even remember the character or anything. But guys, check out Mr. Sintastics' channel.
Yes.
The link is in the description. Again, we're going to push him over 500, get him up there so you can kind of hit that milestone and move on. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. I do got a haul video that's going to be coming here pretty soon as well. And as always, we'll do our toy hunts. We've got a Snake Eyes and Timber review that I previously did. I'm thinking not.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably the other way around, is what I'm thinking. But a Timber and Snake Eyes review that was previously put up on the channel, go check that out if you're interested in G.I. Joe Classified. And if you're not a subscriber to my channel, ManCave Collectible Reviews, hit that subscribe button. Would love to have you as part of the ManCave Collectible team. We're pushing for 6,000.
If you guys aren't subscribed to this guy yet, I don't know what you're doing. I mean, I'll be blunt, I'm your buddy, but like, you have an amazing channel.
Thank you.
Like,
Man.
you can't self-promote yourself the way I can promote you. Like, you guys need to like watch this guy's channel religiously.
I appreciate that, man.
It's some of the best hunts on the internet.
That's awesome.
We're on YouTube. It's phenomenal, man.
I appreciate it, buddy.
An unbelievable job.
Thank you, man. And I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys always supporting. And it was funny. Me and Oleg had went out this evening and we're doing just a little toy hunt at a Walmart. And one of the subscribers of the channel walked up to us and introduced himself. And it was so cool just to meet one of you guys out in the wild. So shout out to you, Brian, for walking up and saying hey to us. That was a really
cool guy.
Very cool.
Real nice guy.
It was a nice experience. So, if you guys ever see me out in the wild, feel free to come up and say hello. It's always cool to meet you. But anyways, that is all for this video, folks. Stay tuned to the channel. More content on the way. I hope everyone has a good rest of your day. Until next time.
Take care.